Hi there, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree and I'm doing a reading for Libra. This series I'm using TrueBlack Tarot by Wang, and then this is the Lux Ex Umbra Tarot by Mystic. I recently acquired this and I've had this one for quite some time. This was actually a Kickstarter deck, but I do believe it's available for sale right now, though I think they're out of stock. When I checked the information for the flip through video, I saw that everything was out of stock on their website. So, and then the TrueBlack Tarot by Wang, that was actually a Kickstarter as well, but I bought this deck from eBay. And I do not mind secondhand items. Actually, in most cases, I prefer secondhand items. Much more cost effective. So, though there are some things which I will not buy secondhand, obviously. So, okay. Got the incense going. I don't think it quite caught last reading. Or it went out. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to do the main read with that one. We'll just scoot this one out of the way. And Libra, if for any reason this reading is not quite fitting your situation at the moment, try your sign in your rising or your moon sign. The sun is in Libra right now, so your birthday has either passed or is coming up. So happy birthday, Libra. And the moon, we had a full moon in Aries on Thursday. That was amazing. I did a few things out there by myself, of course. But there was, when I was walking my daughter to the bus stop on Friday morning and the moon was setting on the western horizon, that was definitely a sight. The moon was huge, of course. It was actually even bigger than it was at night. It kind of had like a yellowish orange tint, and it was setting over a copse of trees, and we were walking down the street, and it wasn't quite sunrise yet, so the sun wasn't quite over the horizon. The bus picks her up at like 7:05, so I know it's terrible. I hate that they pick them up so early. Anyhow, the moon was just great. I tried to take a picture, but it did not do it any justice, so I just deleted it, and that will be forever in my memory. So, okay, Libra, we'll see what we have for you. So, 3 of Cups in reverse, 7 of Wands in reverse, and the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, wow, lots of reversals. Aries had a lot of reversals as well. So this is water, this is fire, this is air. The 3 of Cups is usually about friends, groups, emotions within that, the dynamic within a group, happiness, just, merriment, getting along well. And then we have the 7 of Wands, and this is like a little bit of a defensive position, right? You're guarding something with this hand. You can see this hand is trying to keep this golden orb away. And then we have the Ace of Swords here. Now this is an elemental type card. This is the bear, like the atom, right? The element of the card. So this represents an idea. Some say that it's truth. Some say that it's the initial thought, the initial spark, the initial spark of an idea that comes into the head when you're starting to think about something. And so with it all being in, all these being in reverse, the energy could be just blocked, or it can just be stuck. So what I see here is perhaps a relationship that you're having to defend, but you're getting tired of it. You're constantly in defense of it, and it's starting to weigh on you. And maybe it's the friend group, that maybe you're outgrowing them, or perhaps there's just a lot of trouble with them. And like I said, some say that this is the card, the Ace of Swords represents truth. So there could be some untruths, or some truths that are not being revealed to you, kept or hidden. So we're going to use the Lux Ex Umbra deck to break this down a little bit. I have used this deck for a long time. You can kind of see how it's fading here. I've had it for quite some time now. I'm trying to remember when I got it, because I remember being totally nervous with the Kickstarter, like, because there's no guarantee that you're going to get your item. There's no guarantee that these people aren't going to just take your money and run, and then there's no recourse for you should that happen. So it's just basically like an investment, you know. You don't know how the stock market's going to do. You can put all your money in there and then it can just tank the next day, or you can put all your money in there and then you can make millions, you know. So that's kind of what Kickstarter is. And so far, since I've been involved with Kickstarters, I've done a couple of Indiegogos too, but I seem to like Kickstarter for some reason. I think I've backed probably about 20 projects, and so far only one has not delivered. It's a playing cards deck, actually, like a poker set. Oops, I'll drop some. And yeah, so the guy who put the deck together said that the designer or somebody was in why can't I think of that? The war that's going on right now, Ukraine, that he was in Ukraine, and, you know, he gave us this whole sad story, and, and so it's still ongoing. The last update he gave was in July, and we just haven't heard from him since, so I don't know. It was only 24 bucks, but still, it still kind of makes me mad. Okay, so Libra, this 3 of Cups in reverse. 9 of Cups upright. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce this, but this is the Empress. The Empress in reverse, and then the 10 of Cups. So we want to pay attention to this card, because this is our major arcana. This is our major archetype here, our major energy that we're dealing with. And the fact that she's in reverse, so she's about creation, nurturing, taking care of things, watching them grow, giving them what they need so that they can grow. You know, I always think of Mother Earth when I think of the Empress, you know, that mom. I'm just having mixed feelings, because we've got the 9 of Cups and then the 10 of Cups, which means we've pretty much come full circle here. But what's really kind of throwing me off is this Empress in reverse. And then we've got the 3 of Cups in reverse as well. So maybe there is just, you're trying, you or someone is just not, maybe like trying too hard or putting too much emphasis on this relationship. but it's like I said, it's confusing because we have this 9 and 10 here, and the 10 is that new beginning, that that complete happiness. Everything is just great, you know. This always makes me think of champagne, and how champagnes is celebration, and it's usually celebrations of love and happiness and attainment. You know, the Nine of Cups too is also a card of contentment, where I kind of attribute the 9 as being like personal contentment, just personal, just happiness. But when you bring in the 10, that's just like an entire group, the whole, like the whole family as a unit, right? And then with the Three of Cups, this is also a group too. It's a group setting. It's friendships, and so this is just a little bit of a hard read. So let me read on this Seven of Wands in reverse, and we're going to see what we have there, and then we'll come back to this. So the Cavalier, that's Knight. So this is the Knight of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Two of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so Knight of Wands. So this is our fast-moving knight. He's our fastest-moving knight. And he's in reverse. So, and then with this 2 and 8, all in reverse, I am just feeling like this knight is just perhaps acting a little recklessly. He's not, of course, thinking properly, but he's not taking in these two. Okay, let's read this Ace. This is a very hard reading, Libra. I might have to think a little bit on this. So we've got the 10 of Swords in reverse, and then the King of Wands, and then the Valet. This is the Pages. And this is the Page of Wands. Page of Swords. So we've got air energy and then one fire element here. And it's interesting to me that these two minors are in reverse, but then we have these court cards that are in that are upright. And we have the fire and air, which work well together. You know, fire needs the air to fuel it, right? So it's like you're acting, you're forward moving, you've got this plan, but it's not a very good plan. This is similar to Aries. There's lots of want to go forward. There's lots of want to get this figured out. But what I see, this actionary card, right next to this Valet, the Page, which is a young energy. Your heart and your passions might be in the right place, and you know, this is your thinking where this is the way that you want to go. But I'm showing this energy here with the Page. He is a young energy. He's inexperienced, and I'm just feeling like maybe you're not looking at this in the right way that it needs to be looked at. The 10 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, this card is like ending / new beginning. Like you've thought this through, and I like how this is a world, like a tornado, you know, this thing has just been on your mind, and it's kind of just like tearing you up. And like I said, this deck is has a little bit of elements of the Rider-Waite-Smith in it, even though it's a Marseille deck. The artwork is Marseille, but I think some of the theme is Marseille, but some of the artwork is representing the RWS meanings to the cards. So typically the 10 of Swords has a man stabbed 10 times with 10 swords. And this card, I think, is more representative of what a 10 of Swords would mean. It would mean that it's in the mind, and there's just so much going on with the mind. However, 10 of Swords should be a new beginning. It should be a new plane. You've left the single digit numbers, and now you're on a different plane with this placeholder 0 here. So so what I am feeling is that the idea of this situation here is not what you think it is. It's not what you set out to be here with the Empress. So when you thought you were creating something beautiful and magnificent, and oh, this is going to be great, your idea of that is not coming into fruition. But you have an emotional attachment to it here with the 9 and the 10. And I'm thinking that you're not going to want to let that go, and you're not ready to let it go, which is evidence here with this 7 of Swords, you know, this defensive position that you're taking. You're holding this baby. No one's going to take it from you. And you're having a hard time walking away. You just don't want to let it go. This is something that you created. This 1 and 2 here, this is 2 things coming together and working together to create something that's meaningful, and that you wanted to build something great, but it's just not getting there. With this 8 of Cups in reverse, you know, the 8 is the building after the 5, and that's your new structure, and it should be structurally sound. But with it being in reverse, Libra, I just don't think from the beginning that it's exactly completely what you want. And I think it's just you're passionate about it, you love it, and you want it to work out. You really do. It's your creation. It's what you wanted. But it's just not there. It's just not what you need, I don't think. It's just not what you really want. It might seem like it is on the outside, but it's not long lasting. That's what I'm seeing for you, Libra. And in honor of the full moon, Libra, I wanted to perhaps try to relate this to some sort of shadow thing. Shadow work. I use the word thing when I am lazy and not wanting to think of a word. So I've been trying to break myself of that habit, but I've been doing that since high school, and I've actually passed that on to my husband and my children. So anyway, I guess it can be kind of cute and endearing, but also kind of frustrating for the person who is trying to understand what I'm trying to say, and also frustrating for me because I can't think of the actual word, and the only thing I can think of is this thing. And yes, I digress. So I want to relate this to your shadow, and I'm getting the feeling of maybe that perhaps you are stuck on this because of your inability to see that you deserve something more, that you deserve something better. And that can come from any kind of thing. A lot of the times the shadows come from our childhood, but they can also come, you know, in our adulthood too. You know, we get hurt in a relationship and then we're jaded for a while. But a lot of these attachments to things kind of start off in childhood, and I believe you are attached to this situation because you don't want to put the work in. Either you don't want to put the work in because you feel like you've done so much in this situation, you don't want to start over, or you just feel like, okay, you know, this is what I deserve, you know, I'm going to settle for this, and, you know, you can't have everything, you know. And while that mentality can be true, I think that if you're not completely happy within the situation, I think eventually it's going to wear you down and you're just going to be completely unhappy. So I think that do a little bit of soul searching and figure out why it is you're attached to this situation that may not be the best for you, and then go from there. So Libra, thank you for watching. If you're still here, please hit the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more videos, you can subscribe. And of course, I would love it if you would leave a comment. So yes, thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.